Hey guys, it's Olly Brown back with another music production video. Today's video is all about how to start a song and how to improve your workflow as well. You'd think, well, it would make sense to start your song with the intro and then build up. There's a lot easier ways of doing this. If you're like me and you've started with the intro before, it can get quite frustrating because you're trying to add elements and keep adding elements to make it sound interesting, and also this just takes a while as well. So we want to obviously make the best song possible in the least amount of time, so I'll just show you some ways which I do this. Starting off by using a reference track and then working our way from the second verse and downwards. So yeah, if you like what you see, find it useful, drop us a like and a subscribe, would mean a lot. Alright, so let's just get into the video. Alright, first things first, I want to use a reference track, and I put it at the top of my arrangement, and what I do is I break up the track, so I know what elements are in which part. I use a reference track which is like what I want to create. So you don't have to copy every little detail, but it helps, and it's got a structure there which you can follow if you do get stuck as well. So I'll just show you what I have done here. So with the track I broke it up into sections and gone into each section and noted down what's in there. So just for example, for the intro here, there's drums and there's a pad which is filtered and opens up as you go along, and then there's an extra drum progression in the second bit with the piano, and then it goes into pads, then a drop, and so on. So if you're like me and you forget shit from time to time, I've got my trusty notepad here which I write down all the details of all the different parts of the song and what elements are in there. Obviously you see I've written some things in here, but I can't write everything in there just because there's not enough space. So yeah, notepad comes in handy, that's for sure. Alright, so now we've got the reference track out of the way, we can now start building our song. Like I mentioned in the intro, starting with the introduction of the song actually takes probably the longest to build the song up because you're trying to add elements each time. You can stumble, you can hit like a kind of like a mind blank at times. It just gets a bit frustrating. So best way to do it for me anyway is to start with the last drop and the last verse. That has the most elements in it, and once you've cracked that, you can then start stripping it down and yeah, start filling out the rest of the song. So give an example. Here is my last drop. So I've got a melody in there which is unique to the last verse. So which is this. So I'm gonna build out my outro. So I'm gonna keep that going. Also there's like a piano underneath it playing some chords. I'm gonna keep that going. I've got a pad, I'm going to keep that going for the outro. So the bass line, I'm going to keep going till here. I'm going to drop it out there, and then I won't, obviously it'll drop out completely. The chords, don't know what that was. So the chords I want to keep going. I'm going to take the melody bit out there. Kick. Keep that going throughout. So build that up. So obviously the snare, going to keep that going too. Drum layers and drums, etc. I'll keep them going, and I'll probably drop out some of it towards the end, just so you can tell that things are filtering out slowly. So now what I'm going to do for the rest of the song is copy and paste that section for the last verse, that 32 bars, and then just take some bits out as we go. And that's really all there is to it for the rest of the track. So you've got that kind of spine there, and you can just take elements out and honestly, it feels great because it feels like you've got the most of the track done already. So just for example, I'm going to copy and paste this over here. And yeah, we got a breakdown here. So I know I don't want certain elements in there, so I'm just going to take these out. But yeah, also with this breakdown here, if you remember, I mentioned about this piano melody I've got. I want to introduce that in here and just filter it in, perhaps, simply because we want to let the listener know that something new is coming. If you want to learn more about breakdowns, I have done a video on that, so I'll link that up below, up above, just so you know where to find it. And that's basically it. We were able to build that bigger section of the song, and because we copied and pasted throughout the rest of the song, we got that spine there, those key elements, and then you can just take little bits out. If you can see from the graphic up here, the back end of this track has more elements, and then yeah, I've just chopped and changed a few bits in here and just taken little bits out. Once you've got that core structure in place, you can then go back and add risers and effects and obviously fine tune little bits, add automation and those little things. But yeah, because we started with that large part of the track, yeah, we were able to make some good headway and progression with our song. So yeah, that's it for this week. Hope you found this really helpful. If you did, drop us a like and a subscribe, and yeah, I'll be back next week with another video.